only guys can use it though. What a time to have a glizzy. You can play music. I've seen bathrooms go to great lengths to make sure that guys don't miss. And it's like if you could play a song while you're going to the bathroom, oh, that's super cool. Elongated bowl. When I was a kid, the vice principal in my school had some big old hips. They were wide. And me being a child, the first question I had was, how did she sit on the toilet? And then about thinking about it long and hard, only the hole has to go over the hole. So I think we can all figure the rest out. I don't think it would be comfy, but it does the trick. Also, you can't fall into this one. That's always a bonus. What do we have here? They decided to transform their bathroom into a kid's room. Surprise, we're having a child, but we ain't got any extra rooms for this little mistake right here. So put a bunk bed right there. He can hop out of bed and straight into the shower. Turn the corner right there. Wash his hands. I actually see no disadvantages to this. This children's book is supposed to teach you how to count. We got 5 bananas. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of y'all is an imposter. Y'all had one job. Y'all let this book go into production. How do you expect to teach other people when you don't even know how to count to 5 yourself? Yes, let's make a rotating billboard. It'll go around, except when there's a light post there. So every time it just bangs its head on it, I try to turn, but my head goes under a light pole. And then we got this bathroom. But we got the shower, toilet, sink. It's all in one room. The entire room is a shower. You can even shower while you're on the toilet. Might actually not be a horrible idea. There's one rule in designing a wheelchair-accessible bathroom, and it ain't this. They have a ledge. Sir, ma'am, door. How is the wheelchair supposed to get up there? Let me just press X and jump my wheelchair into the doorway. Y'all foolish for this. Take action. Take control. Quit school. What? They got this ad on the back of a school bus. The school logo is not part of the ad. It's supposed to be a quit smoking ad, but it's so badly placed. That's right. You know what to do. Quit school. No, don't quit school. Also, don't listen to ads on random buses. Today, I'd like to speak to you about the paint in this bathroom. Of all the colors and ways to paint a wall, what kind of vibe are you going for? Honestly, very primitive. Y'all just scooped it up right out of the toilet and just decided to finger paint with it all over the wall. And they came up with this. What's the point of this mirror when I can't even see nothing? At this point, why even be a mirror? Why don't you transcend to something superior, like art? I can't even see myself. You have no business being in front of this sink. So that Airbnb had a translucent bathroom door. So when the mom's gonna go to the bathroom, her toddler's just gonna stand there, face smushed into the glass. Mother! All creepy or whatever? Was I the only child who left my mom alone when she needed to go to the bathroom? A lot of bathrooms in school are doing this, where they put the toilet paper on the outside, so you don't waste toilet paper while you're in the stall. You just take a wad, wrap it up. It's like prison. Then again, school, prison, y'all have more similarities than differences. Yes, it's a good idea, but it's what if you get your toilet paper going, y'all thought it was gonna be a one wiper, and instead it's the gift that keeps on giving. You lightly put your pants on and go off around 2. Yes, another fine establishment that does not value your private beauty time. Yeah, you know what? We just go put semi-see-through doors, just so you know who's in there. You can still see clearly, but at 90% opacity. Do some people just not have a problem with this? Y'all just want an audience when you doing your business? Because wait, that's the next one. Because this is what it feels like to put a toilet behind a glass wall. You know what? Let me make you a little more comfier. Here we got front row seats. The tricks could be there if you have kids. Bring them into the bathroom and you make them sit right in front of you. I don't know how mothers work. They thought they were being real modern, contemporary with this bathroom design where we have the sink and toilets all in one. It even comes with its very own slide. From the sink counter into the toilets with the slightest wrong movement. You have your toothbrush, phone, anything you decide to place on the counter, doing a half pipe into the toilet. Horrible design. Throw the whole bathroom away. IKEA, this was not your brightest idea. At this park, we have a sign. Whatever you do not season your pigeons. Why not? They don't taste good if I can't even put salt and pepper on them. We got people rotisserie bath in the middle of the park. Like, y'all had to put the sign up. They probably meant don't feed the birds. Well, they look like they sprinkling some kosher salt all over that bad boy. I'm sorry, sir. Is that an outlet in the shower? Yeah, if you angle the water just right, it'll be fine. Like, you can charge your phone in the shower. No, you literally can't. Dangerous. What are these people on the ground? They cheering for me while I'm just sitting there doing my business. Everybody go like, reach at me like, y'all want high fives? What do you want me to do? Stomp on you? Such a stupid, unnecessary bathroom design. Y'all doing nothing but making me feel self-conscious. But anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below. Let me know which one of these was the worst. And if you guys enjoyed, make sure to hit that like button. Hello friends, it's me. And today we're checking out some design fails. Who cooked this masterpiece? Oh, a secret toilet. How do you get up there? You put this thing down and some sturdy stairs to make your way to the only bathroom in the building. Yeah, those things definitely won't collapse in on themselves. Definitely made of galvanized steel. And then a little curtain for privacy. This does not feel safe. Not a safe pee. Why they got an entire shower in there? Where's the water gonna go? You shower, you flood the entire building. Because someone clearly didn't think this through. It doesn't matter. Toilet's a toilet. Spider-Man. Wait, wrong man. What does this remind you of? Ant-Man, Batman, Starman.
Hey, Darman fan.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, can you just get the ladder from the garage? How did you put it inside the plumbing? How do you take it out? You don't.
Copilot, make us claymation. Dude, Copilot, make us.
Think this through. Sleeping Beauty, what have they done to you? She's giving it the good old hot twa. Got a spin on it. Sleeping Beauty alternate ending. I think we should put a gate up on the side of the house. I don't want any intruders or anybody wandering into my backyard. They put up a gate, but there's that little corner. And I put up another gate. No, I have a fine solution to this problem. You just simply put in another gate. Oh wait, that won't work. Make it smaller. Another mini gate. And another mini gate, and another mini gate. I think this solves the problem. That'll be $5, please. Do not exceed 20 children. In what context? In birthing them? In running them over? Because this is a road sign. If I run over 19 of them, I'm not gonna get stars on me, right? Then you're good. Just make sure you don't go over 20. Now I call this one the suicide shower. There is an outlet inside the shower. What is the shower?
Copilot, make us claymation.
No parking. It's a no smoking sign. So like you can park, but you can't smoke. Or is it a little bit of both? I'm gonna need a visual and some text. I don't think you're serious about enforcing either one. Hey, yo, who designed these stairs? Why is there a pole in the middle? How will a person with a wheelchair get up and down? I don't think they'll fit. Perfect place to put a pole. Please pay your parking fee before existing, okay? If I just think real hard and just... Okay, now I can exist because I paid my parking fee before existing. You know, don't even enter the parking lot if you can't pay before existing. Quite the rule. I have to go back to before I was even born to pay this parking fee of a parking lot I may or may not enter in my future. And just ask your parents to do it. This website had this error that says, this password is already used by Starboy98. Try another. Oh wow. Well, I guess I know Starboy98's password. Time to log into his account. What, you can't have a password used by another user? What, are you telling me not everybody uses password as a password? I'm pretty sure that's not how a railing is meant to be used. What are you gonna do with that thing? Slide a skateboard down, do a 360 kickflip? That railing is for skaters and skaters only. You know what's funny? I'm working on like a house renovation right now, and you have to get permits to do things. So like somebody from the city comes and checks your house to make sure everything is done correctly. And we put a railing on the stairs, and then they were like, no. You're gonna have to get a custom railing that curves on the other side of the stairs, because if you put the railing on this side of the stairs, it's too far away. there's this new rule, and it's very specific. It's like the railing is too far away, people will not use it, and then they will slip and they will die. So now you have to get a very expensive custom railing that wraps around this side of the staircase because it's closer. My God, like you can walk on the other side. It's like the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I could also slip on the stairs, hit my head on the $5,000 railing, and then die. Then what, Inspector? There's many ways I can die. Not using a railing is their biggest concern. When the sink don't sink. Fellas, do you ever feel like your faucet is too long for your sink? Same. What even is the point? I feel like they use these sinks to fill up a bucket of water on the floor. That's the only explanation. Or you can just make a giant puddle when you wash your hands. This is a act. This is a dot. This is a fox. You sure about that, buddy? Whatever you say. Y'all are so cooked. No face, no entry. Thank you. So if you don't have a face, you can't go into the store. Like, do you want them to wear a mask or no? Like, in 2024, like, y'all are discriminating against people with no faces? Nobody chooses them to have a face. No face mask, no entry. They forgot the whole mask part, so it's hard to tell what they meant. You know those friendship keychains? You give one to your bestie, and then you combine them, and it says, BB Fry Fry. You can be fry to my BB Fry Fry. That's how you know we're homies, when you BB Fry Fry. Here we got some forks. They're spoons. No. Can you read? Clearly they are forks. You can't argue with that. I'm thirsty. I sure could go for some 7-Up from the 7-Up fridge. Why are there so many different sizes and flavors? And some eggs. Where's the 7-Ups? This feels illegal. You know when you're at a pool and it says no running everywhere? You will slip and you will die? Yeah, well this one says on running. Like turn running on. You know, technically walking is running but off. Okay, I'll be running all over this place. We want to make sure you don't eat an expired burger bun. We're going to stamp it directly on the bun, just to make sure. So before you take a bite of your burger, you make sure it's not expired, and then you eat the ink-covered burger. I want to know how they printed directly on the burger. Nobody caught this before it made itself to the consumer's hand. You know, they also be letting rats in energy drink cans. Nobody cares. Don't like it. Don't eat processed food. Somebody at the Shein factory was putting together this Pikachu. You know, they literally had one job. The tail goes on the back and the ears go on the front, but no, somehow messed that up. Yeah, this is what a Pikachu looks like, right? He got the lightning thing on his head. Like, that makes sense, right? Bro's literally never seen a Pikachu before. Y'all just guessing at this point. 3 sinks and 5 paper towel dispensers. That's what I like to see. Why did you hang them up like that? Like staggered? I don't like it. No, but I do like how there are ample of paper towel dispensers because sometimes they are out. Sometimes I will test every single one. There is a good reason. At least one of them will always be functioning when other paper towel brothers are down. Some mistakes I can appreciate. For the urinal, we'll put a door. Yeah, you get a whole entire stall while you stand up and unzip the pee. The toilet! Blowing up the toilet after having Chipotle for lunch? What do you need privacy for? I don't think anybody's gonna mind. I'll put the door on the wrong one. There's nothing that can be done. What happens if you just turn it on? Oh, this is one of them fancy sinks. It doesn't have a bowl. The water just goes into the drain, right? Oopsie. I think it's missing a sink bowl to collect the water. This is in fact not one of them fancy sinks.
You know, Swedish people, this is stupidest design. You know, my cup holders are like this. Okay, so you pull it out, right? Oh, I want to get something in my third cup. Whoop, let's go.
I have also lost a smoothie this way, except not really. Actually not like that at all. I ran out of cup holders in the front of my car, so I turned around, put the smoothie in the cup holder, in the backseat cup holder, and then I dropped it on the way to the cup holder. Close enough. That's definitely a Pikachu. That's Pikachu. Hey, this is what nightmares are made of. Why do you got eyes like that? There's a human soul inside that thing. How do you go from this to this? Like, they got the rest of it right. Yeah, you can copy my homework, but make sure you change it up a bit. A bit? It's not what I want to face. What are these? These are witch stairs. Alternating tread. Witches can't walk up them. Why can't they walk up them? Are they stupid? Do they get confused? Like, oh no, which foot goes first? Imagine a witch comes to your house and you pull out the alternating tread and they just looking down at you like, womp womp.
What is this design? Go ahead.
Who invents these things? I don't know. Somebody thought it was a good idea to add soap, drying, and water to the same vessel. Yeah, let me dry my hands with the water as going on. Just great. Stop trying to make air drying a thing. thing. Shut up and give me a paper towel. In Japan, they don't have paper towels. Everybody just carries around like a handkerchief and then dries their hands with it and then puts it back in their pocket. That is so much more effective. Personally, I reuse my paper towels. I use them and I leave them on my counter to dry and then I'll use them again. Anyways, that's all for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and the slap friends, it's me. Today we're checking out some good old design fails. You know what sounds like a good idea until you actually do it? A yellow bath bomb. A bath bomb or bathtub full of piss. That would be a lot of piss though. I'm just gonna say it's lemon lime Gatorade. More believable. I wouldn't even want to get in at this point. They got these two swing sets right next to each other. If you put swings next to each other, they should be facing like this. So you can like, but these are facing like this, so you can just like, what if you like keep your feet out? Somebody gonna get kicked in the coochie. And it's not gonna be me. This is a disaster waiting to happen. They put a vent on a wall. Why? You know, it's supposed to go behind a hole so, you know, a vent can ventilate. It's not for show. Who installed this? Why is it just on a wall? My AC is not working. I don't know. Check the vent. Oh,